welcome. Today I've got another pen review for you. This is the Jinhao 9019 and it's got gold trim. That's the color option I chose. Whoops, so here's how that looks. It's plastic, obviously. This is another one of those inexpensive pens I always like to grab. I got this one because I liked the clear body. Let me see if I can get this to, oh, does it unscrew? Ah, it unscrews, okay. Well, that's a surprise. Usually their pens just, the cap just pulls off. So we learned something today. This has a very nice nib on there. It's gold and silver colored. It's got this nice clip on there. It has like a little ball on the end. And it's a fairly lightweight pen considering its size. The cap posts nicely. And I want to take this apart carefully. Okay, so this just unscrews. That's the body of the pen. And then look at this. It has a very large ink capacity, which also screws on. So this will not take the normal cartridges, I don't think. I mean, maybe it will, but it probably won't. I don't know. I don't risk it. Let's just say that. But it looks like it holds a large amount of ink. So I made this ink from Birmingham Pen Company. They had a lovely golden yellow color called Phoenix, and then they have their twinkles. It's like a twinkle sprinkle. It's a golden sparkly solution you could add to your inks. So I mixed the two. So now I've got this golden colored ink that's got lots of sparkles and stuff. And my plan is to fill this pen with this ink and see if it can handle shimmer. I'm sure it can. I forget. I think I got a medium nib on this. So it should be fine. Should be. We'll find out. So let's go ahead and put this in here. And also, if it's not fine with this ink, to be honest, it could just be me because, you know, I made this ridiculous ink with a ton of sprinkles in it. And I probably put way too much in here. But that's okay. That is how we learn. All right. So there's that. I'm going to set that aside. Put the lid back on this so I don't spill it. Okay, now we're going to put this on here. Oh, and I should really rinse this off. Let me do that real quick. All right, I find that sometimes if I don't rinse the nib off, then the ink has trouble initially. All right, I'm going to have to remind myself that this twists off because I'm so used to the push-in kind. I don't want to damage the pen. Okay, so that's in there. Oh, and you know what else? I'm going to twist this up so I could see the ink coming up through. Oh, yep, there it is right there. Whoa, that is a lot of ink. Okay, that's nice. This is exactly what I wanted. Even better than I thought it would be. All right, let's see how this goes with the cap posted. Gonna give it a minute to, you know what I'll do? I'll dip it in here just to get it going, if it'll fit. There we go. All right. I'm gonna try to get that ink coming out there. There we go. Now it's working. All right, so what did I say this was? Jinhao 9019. All right, I'm going to just try some scribble tests here. Now, I will say that this is a good pen if you don't like the narrow pens, like the feel of the narrow pen in your hand, because it's like a big, hefty pen. And this cap is actually kind of in my way. There we go. That almost is better without it. Usually I like the caps posted, but like I said, it's kind of getting in my way. For a medium nib, honestly, this is a little bit more narrow than I was expecting, but that's not a bad thing. The ink doesn't seem to be having any problems. It's not having any problem keeping up. So let's just take a look at it so far. I'm also going to be looking for the shimmers because the whole reason I got this, I wanted to be able to see the pretty shimmer inside. You can see right there how pretty the shimmers look in the pen. I'm trying to get it so the reflections don't block it there. Anyway, very, very pretty. And so far, I haven't seen the shimmers yet. Usually, that's normal. So whenever I fill a pen with ink for the first time, if it's a shimmer ink, it takes a little bit of scribbling to get the ink to flow with the shimmers. And then I'll start seeing them. Also, the ink typically will show off the shimmer better once it's dry. And let's just see here. I'm going to scribble with this for a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, so I scribbled this ink a little bit and just tried getting the shimmers to show up. And what I discovered is, first of all, this ink has some really pretty shading. This is the Phoenix ink from Birmingham Pen Company. But the shimmer was pretty inconsistent. So I don't know if that's because of the shimmer solution that I added, if it's because of me, just like user error or what. But I could see the shimmer in there, and you can see a little bit of it in the feed, and you can see a little bit of it occasionally in the writing, but it's not consistent. So it doesn't seem to be clogging the feed at all, because I mean, it writes smoothly and doesn't seem bothered at all by the shimmer. I see literally no issues with this pen at all. So I can't say whether or not the shimmer ink will work. I don't know if it was me that messed something up or if the pen just doesn't like it. So I'm going to continue using this pen, and you know, if there's any update or any change in the future, I will leave a comment or alter the description to let you know what I found out. So, but as far as the pen itself goes, it writes great. No problems at all. Lays down a good amount of ink. It seems really consistent. I like the clear body because I can see, first of all, how much ink is in there, but also I get to see the color of the ink. And I like how this is different. Everything screws in, which feels really secure to me. And this is a really, really beefy pen. It's a nice pen. So if you want something, again, if you have like the narrower pens and they hurt your hands to write with, this might be a good solution for that, just because it is a larger pen. And I think it did have other color options. I don't remember, but like I said, I'll find a link for it for you, and you can check it out and see if you like it. This was a very inexpensive pen as well, so keep that in mind. This is not meant to be an expensive collector's, perfect pen. This is just an inexpensive pen that does its job very well. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It helps me out and also helps keep you up to date on what I'm posting. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.